It seems that Rishi Sunak's fear are finally coming true. The new Prime Minister of UK is in no mood to advance the Rwanda scheme. Rishi Sunak campaigned repeatedly by bringing up the Rwanda scheme, but the new PM, Keir Starmer, calls the scheme dead and buried. You heard it right. The Rwanda plan, announced by the Conservative government in 2022, aimed to send migrants entering the UK illegally to Rwanda. However, the plan remained confined to papers and speeches due to legal challenges. PM Keir Starmer said the Rwanda scheme was dead and buried before it started. It's never been a deterrent. I'm not prepared to continue with gimmicks that don't act as deterrents.
The first flights will go in July, and we've already put the preparations in place for that. We've hired hundreds of caseworkers, identified the cohort, we've already started detaining people, we've hired the escorts, we've got an airfield on standby, we've booked the flights, so all of that work is already ongoing. And then the choice of this election is clear, because if I'm re-elected as Prime Minister on the 5th of July, these flights will go. We will get our Rwanda scheme up and running.
I will do whatever is necessary to stop the boats.
Look, the Rwanda scheme was dead and buried before it started. It's never been a deterrent. Look at the numbers that have come over in the first 6 and a bit months of this year. They're record numbers. That is the problem that we are inheriting. It has never acted as a deterrent, almost the opposite, because everybody has worked out, particularly the gangs that run this, that the chance of ever going to Rwanda was so slim, less than 1%, that it was never a deterrent. The chances were of not going and not being processed and staying here, therefore, in paid for accommodation for a very, very long time. It's had the complete opposite effect. And I'm not prepared to continue with gimmicks that don't act as a deterrent.
Policies are made and scrapped, but what's important to note here is that the British government has already given hundreds of millions of pounds to the Rwandan government to set up accommodation and hire extra officials to process asylum seekers. Now all of this money is gone. Around 13,000 people have already entered the UK from the channel via boats, and nearly 30,000 entered the country last year. Therefore, the issue is serious, but Keir's way of dealing with it is different. Starmer plans to establish a border security command unit, uniting police, intelligence and prosecutors to collaborate internationally and combat people smuggling. The British people will have to wait and see to see if Keir is able to solve this massive issue.